This is CTV News for Wednesday, August 22nd. I'm Denise Douglas.
And I'm Byron Scott. Thank you for joining us. Well, Governor Larry Hogan and leadership in Annapolis announced a new health care policy for Maryland. The federal government has given Maryland a waiver that would allow it to cut health care costs and help keep people from losing their insurance. The legislature passed a number of bills during the last session, and this sets the whole thing in motion. The feds have now given the state the green light to move forward. The measures create a reinsurance plan which imposes a one-year tax on insurance companies and uses that revenue to subsidize the plan.
Last December, a group on Capitol Hill working with President Trump tried to decimate the Affordable Care Act. They thought they could defeat it. They couldn't quite defeat it, but they amended it so that healthy people like yourself don't have to contribute to the plan. As a consequence, it left a hole in the plan, and what this is a stopgap measure to keep health care affordable in the state of Maryland so that the rates will not spike up and that the insurance people who provide insurance to the state will continue to do business here in the state of Maryland. Otherwise, they were going to walk away, and this keeps them here, keeps health care affordable.
And that plan goes into effect immediately.
More political news. Starting in 2019, a new law will cover tuition costs at community colleges for qualifying residents for up to $5,000. Now, gubernatorial candidate Ben Jealous wants to expand that program to include DACA-eligible residents. The proposal would allocate $3 million to cover tuition and fees for Dreamers. Jealous released details of his plan today outside of CASA headquarters, along with Latino activists and lawmakers.
We estimate that about 700 DACA recipients would seek to take advantage of it every year. And we estimate that would cost about $3 million. And it's affordable under the plan that we've already put out there for how we would fund our proposal to make community college free to everyone in Maryland.
Ben Jealous is the only candidate who is a civil rights leader that has fought for racial and ethnic justice. Inclusion is the bedrock of his campaign. We know that Trump has doubled his efforts in attacking our immigrant community. And we need someone, a governor, who actually cares about us.
In 2012, Ben was nominated as the vice chair of the effort to pass the Maryland DREAM Act here in Maryland. And he played a critical role in connecting communities across the entire state. And we need that leadership in our communities, we need that leadership in Annapolis, and we need that leadership in our country right now more than ever.
Jealous says that Maryland's GDP would increase by more than $1.6 billion if just half of the DACA-eligible residents complete an associate's degree or 2 years of a bachelor's degree. To be granted legal permanent status, Dreamers must complete one of those two requirements.
And looking for ways to pay down your student loans? This year, both undergraduate and graduate student debt is eligible for a special tax credit. Successful applicants will not receive a check, but a credit on their 2018 taxes. State taxes. To qualify, you must file your state taxes, have at least $5,000 in remaining student debt, and agree to pay the credit to the loan balance within 2 years. Applications must be submitted by September 15th. For more information, you can log on to mhec.maryland.gov and search for student loan debt relief tax credit. Boy, mouthful there. Well, Homeland Security in Maryland this week evaluating the state's election system. The move comes after officials learned last month about a transaction between a venture fund with Russian ties and a company involved in the state's election infrastructure. The team is evaluating possible issues concerning ByteGrid, a U.S. company that hosts Maryland's election systems. ByteGrid was acquired by Alt Point Capital in 2011, whose largest investor is a Russian oligarch. Meantime, the state plans to spend about $7 million in federal grants to improve election security.
Flooding continues to cause traffic woes. Livingston Road between Taylor and Chalfont Avenue is closed. There were problems yesterday as well. 8 people in Capitol Heights had to be rescued after the storm caused flooding. There you see it. They were stranded on Old Ritchie Road. Firefighters used a boat to get everyone to safety. High water caused Water Street in Upper Marlboro to be temporarily closed. In Montgomery County, 5 people had to be rescued from vehicles that became stuck on flooded roads. 3 people were taken from a vehicle on Quint Orchard. A car was swept off the roadway on South Glen Road in Potomac. That driver had to be taken out. The last person was stuck on Scott Drive. The Montgomery County Fire Chief says no one was injured.